From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taken in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Probably a one-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a one-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Cincinnati.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The numbers for Jones last week, 12 carries, 111 for yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
Face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Breeze to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
First down, Bengals.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
Now Breeze. He sets up the screen to Jones. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking sideline, incomplete. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Cincinnati.
Now the toss to Jones, running right. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And it's second down. The first carry now. This is Hill. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Newton on 3rd down. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Texans nothing.
This is Hill. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That second down play nets a -4.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies.
This is intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he is all the way up past the 25. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about... The discipline that they showed on defense, because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle, because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
Here comes Pettis on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. From the gun, here's Newton. Over the middle here to Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, a run for Hill. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From just shy of midfield, Newton over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, here's Hill. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Play action. It's Newton. Open man is Duvernay. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 10-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Hill. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brian Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. Running on first down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. So much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Here's Dante Pettis on the return, and he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
Offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Off play action. Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. At the 5-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Breeze looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Gotta be patient, baby. Gotta be patient.
Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll line up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He was brought down by Eric Wilson. A 3rd quarter now and a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Hill. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Come on now. Let's
Well,
do
you
this.
certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Desmond King making the tackle.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And that is going to be incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Bengals will get the football back. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter. And now this pass brought in by Brown. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Yetur Gross-Matos with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. On the return is Pettis. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And once again, Hill, he's been busy. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground. And
look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. 30, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover force, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick 6, fourth quarter, that is a game-changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead.
That's the score, Bengals 14.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Texans take over first and 10.
Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed,
And I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. The throw over the middle, taken in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Newton throwing again. And he fires one incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
To throw on 3rd down, Newton. Ebron with it over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Newton now to throw. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Brian Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw is Breeze.
And hitting Juju on the slam.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Smith-Schuster, that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. On the delay, Jones. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again to Jones. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Cam Newton and his offense down 21-14, 36 seconds remaining. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They fake the give. Newton. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Newton. He's going to let it fly. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. One last throw here for Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really